everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for the lovely comments and things you've said about my journal cover and things, so it's kind of inspired me to crack on. I thought instead of looking at each page and decorating it as we go along like that, I was going to make some different pieces of ephemera or tags or whatever the mood takes, and then we'll shove them in the journal towards the end and see if we need to make anything else. So what I thought I'd do to begin with is to make some things like this and show you how I made them, and I'll show you how you can make them without these things as well. Okay, so what I've got essentially are these. Now I bought them from AliExpress. They come in different sizes. I'm guessing that the 35mm is, yeah, the opening. The coin protectors, that's what you search for anyway. And they come like this. They've got a fold in them, a score line and a fold, and they've got like a little plastic window. You put your coin in and fold it up. We could do that, I guess, like that. And I guess that protects your coin. I don't really know because I don't collect coins, but I've used them before for lots of things. You can put like a butterfly in it, like this. Better if it's double-sided, but this one isn't. I'll pop it in the right way around or something. But you can make like specimen cards and things like that, which I adore things like that. So this is a bit like that, but we're going to put a back on it and keep it flat. And that way I use them on cards and things. It makes it not quite so bulky. I don't need to see through it. I don't think. I'm going to use them sort of flat on things. I will be making things with windows in though. I have some ideas for that. So for now, let's crack on, and I'll show you how you can make some of these without these windowy things. So the first thing I'm going to do is carefully cut these apart because I'm only going to use them as single things. Like that. You can see where the front is and the back. The front has got the like the raised card on the outside, and the back it's all one level. So that's what we will be using. You could round the corners if you wanted to. I don't think I like them rounded. So I usually like things rounded. I don't think I like them on this. I think it's because of the fact that they are what's the word? They're quite small, and I think my corner rounder, I've got several, but they're all a little bit, I don't know, but let's do one. I'll show you what I mean. This is the one with the most shallow. This one has got a much sort of more rounded end. You can do them however you wish though, obviously. But I'll do one just to show you. I'll probably like it more now. I didn't when I did them. Oh! Originally got no strength. Don't know, I think it's just the sizing and the amount of rounding that I'm not that keen on. Anyway, and then you need some kind of backing paper. You can use whatever you wish. You could use some design paper, you could use your own paper, jelly print. This piece is a piece of scrap of whatever, from a paper pad. Don't ask me what, because I don't know. And then this was one of the spare pages that I printed out when I was making my journal pages, and I made one in sort of like blues and greens, and then decided I didn't think I wanted to go down the blue and green route. But you can still use them. You can use anything you like. You can use just plain white paper. You could put some distress ink on it. You could put brushes on it, watercolour, whatever you fancy. So I'll do a couple, I think, a pair of these. In fact, what we'll do is we will use one of each. I'm going to round the corner of this paper because otherwise it's going to peep out, I think, from around the side of that one. So that one will go on there. Now these I've measured are 2 inches across. I have made my paper, I think it's 1 3/4 by 1 3/4, so it fits on fine, but we haven't got extra bits sticking around the outside. So let's pick one of these. Do I want one with some colour on? Something like that. I mean, it literally doesn't really matter what you've got on there, but something like that. Let's go with those. I should probably make the others. You'll need something to go inside. Now, because I'm doing a mushroomy journal, I've printed and cut out some mini mushrooms, a little red one there, so I'll probably use those. But I've got butterflies, obviously, because I love butterflies, and just some little bits to go in it. Now I've got a little bit of dictionary paper, which I might use. It doesn't say anything in particular because it's just what I've ripped out for previous projects, so I think I might just use a little bit of that. And you've just got to think about where it's got to go so that you can still see it, and what you see, you know, what you want to see and what you don't want to see, basically. So this has already got quite a bit of writing on, so perhaps I did get a bit of music paper, but my problem with this, which is absolutely fine for virtually every other project, is it's quite large for a tiny project. But we could use a little bit and just stick it on. You can ink around things. So I don't know if I want that like that, or maybe I'll have it going that way. This one could have a little bit as well. So you can just build up your own little collage, literally, with anything. Well, there's not much point having music paper if you can't see any music, is there? Is that any better? I might have to stick with that. Washi tape is good. Little scraps, if you've got tiny little scraps of things, like there's a little scrap of paper here, maybe I could use a bit of that with this one, since there's some green on there. Don't know if I'll like that, but you can just keep putting your window over to have a look. See, that's not too bad, something like that. And then with this one, well, we could use the same, but I don't really want to use, there's a bit of pink here. Or we'll just use a little bit of washi tape, which I've got here. Let's glue some bits down. You can ink around things if you wish. I mean, you can use stark white paper and print things on it, and then just go over it with a bit of distress ink if you wish. This music paper is nice because it's vintage and already sort of yellowed up. I've already gone around the little mushrooms. Right, already can't remember what I'd done with this. It was something. Well, I could do it like that, actually. Couldn't I? What would that look like? Where's my cover? Nope. Going back to the original plan. Anyway, you can fiddle around with your little collage as much as you wish. I should just make a few of these up, I think. I don't know how many I'll use. I might only use one, but I'll have them for other projects if not. If you've got any suggestions or ideas that you'd like to see in the journal, just drop me a comment and I will see what I can do. I'm not even going to put glue on this washi tape. I'm just going to pop it down like that, squash it on. It's going to have a plastic film over it. It shouldn't come peeling off. Right, let me just check before I... Might put it there in the middle. I don't usually line things in the middle, but it's looking a bit busy down the sides. Something like that. Will that do? I've lost it. Is it that one? Yep, that will do. And then we'll do something similar with this. feel much more inspired to do this now. All of a, you know, it's been hanging over me for quite a while, but now I feel that I want to get on and do it. Yep, that will do. I could do with just looking to see if there's any words on here that I could pull out. Not the best example of a book page. Oh, that would do. Let's see if I can get that. Right. It's a bit fiddly because I don't want the word on the line above or below. What does that look like? It does not look great. Right, I have the word earthly. It's a little bit tiny. I'm going to try and go around the edges, but I think I'm more likely to ink with my finger than I am that little word. Pop a little bit of glue on it and then I'll hopefully position it somewhere where it will be seen. Oopsie. But obviously you can do what you like with them, something like that. Right, and then I'm trying to think what's the best way to do this. Probably better to put some glue on here, and I'm just using my Yoo-hoo just a little bit around the edge of the circle. So I'm not 100% sure where the paper goes to, but something like that. She says completely missing. Yeah, look, completely missing where the paper was. Something like that would do us. And of course you can ink around the edges if you want to. You could write something on there. I'll probably just do that for now. So there's that one. This one I'm just going to pop on there. That's a bit better. Right, so there's those two. Let's go around that one. And you don't have to do them like vintage style. You could do them any style you like. You could do bright and funky ones. So there's those two. And then if you didn't have one of those coin protectors, but you wanted to make something yourself, well, you could, I'll show you what I've done. I've cut 2 pieces of card, which are 2 inches by 2 inches, and again, if you didn't want them that size, you could change the size, couldn't you? This is what it looks like if you put a 1-inch square in the middle. Now, it would be fine, but personally, I think that frame is a bit chunky and a bit wide. So you could either not do 2 inches and perhaps do 1.5 inches or 1 3/4 inch squares or something like that. Or you could use a die to cut out your hole in the middle. This one I've used, again, 2 inches, but I've used a 1.5 inch circle punch. And I'll show you how I did that one and lined it up. I cut me a circle out of plain card and I folded it in half in 2 places and found the centre and popped a hole in with my pokey tool so that I know where the centre is. And then you can use your ruler to mark the centre. This is if you're particularly bothered. If you're not bothered about it not being dead in the centre, this is not going to be dead in the centre anyway. Let's try that anyway. Put your pencil through the hole, line it up, or put something through it and line it up like that. Hold it, draw around it. You can do it on the back. Actually, it should really do it on the back. Let's turn it around, because you don't really want to see a pencil mark, do you? Let's try again. Right, so because it's 2 inches, I'm just putting a mark in. 1 inch where they intersect. That will be our midpoint. Right, straight in there. Line it up. If I can do it like that. Use a pokey tool or something just so you can line up the centres if you're fussed about those sort of things. I tend to just eyeball it personally. In fact, I've lined it up and it doesn't look central anyway, so best if you draw around it on the back like that. This is the tricky bit because it's only just about the right size for the punch, so you just have to like manipulate it until you get it in about the right place. Oops, not like that. And then you'll have your frame. And you can ink around the inside if you're particularly bothered by that. A little bit fiddly, but you can do. You can ink around the outside, you can do what you like. And then do the same again. So we'll quickly, let's find something that's already got a bit of a mushroom on it, not that you would know, and it doesn't matter. Very, very quickly, let's just put some book paper on it. Like that. Where's my washi tape gone here? Way up, couldn't we? And I'll just pop one of those on, so you can see how quickly you can rustle these up. And I shall finish up using the bits on my desk. And we need some plastic, so I'll show you what I've used. I have found, out of my bin, I have taken some wrapping. I had some dies, no, not dies, stamps, rubber stamps, and they came with just the plastic over the top. That is still folded. I might just keep it as a double layer, but you could certainly cut it and have separate layers. I can't line that up for toffee. What is going on there? Try again. I've cut it very just shy of 2 inches square so that it doesn't hang around the outside, but it's more or less 2 inches. Okay, that would have been slightly nicer if I hadn't smudged the glue. But that was just some packaging. You could use acetate, you could use other packaging, anything. And then I'm just going around the outside with some glue, line it up on there. I think I want the dark bit at the bottom there. And there's another one. But you could make, you know, you could do anything with your little collage. Oopsie, I'm thinking actually that was not a sensible idea to do what I have just done. I wonder if that will come off. I'll tell you why, because now I've got a window, I have to put glue in there. A single layer would have been more than sufficient. I'm going to have to glue this together. Yeah, one layer is all you need. I just thought because it was thinner, it might be better if you had two, but you'll just have to, well, you can glue it like I've just done it, but I don't think you need to. Anyway, those are they. I'm going to make a few more and I'll show you them in a minute. Okay, so I'm back. Excuse my gluey hands, I literally have just finished. Some of these are still a bit gluey. I can't remember which of these we did together and which we didn't, so I'm just going to show you them. Try and show you them. It might be better if I do them flat like that. Definitely did that one on camera, didn't I? Earthly. And I think it was probably that one. Oh, I don't know. Might have been a red one. Anyway, they're much of a muchness. There's some mushroom ones. Pop them up there. I'll tell you what I didn't mention. I don't know if anybody watches my videos and saw a little while ago Anthony made me an ATC. We did an ATC swap. That's Anthony, who is Daft Dog Crafting now and was Old Git. Anthony had got some washi sticker stamps. Well, I've managed to find my own. I've got some here. These ones are floral. So they actually, oh, she says, they peel off like this. And they've got like a perforated edge because it doesn't help, I've got really gluey fingers. I don't know if you can see the holes there, but they rip off and you get a nice perforated edge all around. But anyway, washi stickers, they were from AliExpress, but I've got those ones which are floral, and under here I think I've got bees or insects by the looks of it. But anyway, you know how I like my stamps, but that's what I've used on here. There's a bit of there's some on some of them anyway. So I just thought I will share with you what I have done. These ones are much of a muchness. I've used all the mushrooms up. That's got a stamp in the background as well. That's got the other half of the one that was there, I think, because I cut it in half because I thought half of it's not going to be seen. I might as well use it for something else. So that one there. That's just a bit of, I think it's book paper with paint on it, but I just thought, well, I'll add a bit of red just to try out different things. This one I don't like, but I tried it anyway. It's got a piece of my old, you know, like washi type tape that I made myself. It's a bit like this. But it's a bit too mixed media for my, it's nice for other projects, but for this project it's a bit too mixed media. It's got a bit of glitter Mod Podge on as well. So not keen on that, but I thought I would try it. This one was just book paper with, oh, I'll tell you what I did do, because I thought the book paper was quite, the print on it was quite in your face. I used a piece of napkin, just the backing piece of napkin, one layer over the text. And that was enough just to knock it back a little bit. And I just put some Pritt stick down and put it on with that. And then I put a little bit of, I think it's abandoned coral, and then popped that butterfly on there. And then, you know, these are just collaged ones. Sorry about the light. Same goes, so that's got one of those stamp signs, washi stamp sticker things. I just think they're really pretty. And the last one, I just did a mixed media style one just to prove you can do it. And that's got a bit of brusho paper on the background and a glittery bird sticker. Obviously that won't be going in the journal, but I just thought I'd give it a whirl, see what you can create. So there you go, those are my sort of, I'm not going to call them specimen cards as such, I don't really know what to call them. Journal Ephemera number 1. If you can think of a better name, please jot it down. Right, I'm going to head off. Got to go I've got to clean up, make my lunch. I've got to take my dad for a COVID test because he's got to go for an operation in a couple of days. So yeah, probably won't be around a bit this week, but I'll pop in as and when I can. And what was the other thing I was going to say? I know we've got a journal prompt coming up. I think it's Thursday, but I might be wrong. It might be Friday. I don't know what the date is. But one day I'll be back definitely for that, whenever it is. Okay, the 1st of July. Have a lovely week, and I'll be back when I'm back. Cheerio for now.